Preface. About OpenStax. OpenStax is part of Rice University, which is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit charitable corporation. As an educational initiative, it's our mission to transform learning so that education works for every student. Through our partnerships with philanthropic foundations and our alliance with other educational resource companies, we're breaking down the most common barriers to learning. Because we believe that everyone should and can have access to knowledge. About OpenStax resources. Customization. Principles of Finance is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 International (CC BY) license, which means that you can distribute, remix, and build upon the content, as long as you provide attribution to OpenStax and its content contributors. Because our books are openly licensed, you are free to use the entire book or select only the sections that are most relevant to the needs of your course. Feel free to remix the content by assigning your students certain chapters and sections in your syllabus, in the order that you prefer. You can even provide a direct link in your syllabus to the sections in the web view of your book. Instructors also have the option of creating a customized version of their OpenStax book. The custom version can be made available to students in low-cost print or digital form through their campus bookstore. Visit the Instructor Resources section of your book page on openstax.org for more information. Art attribution. In Principles of Finance, most art contains attribution to its title, creator or rights holder, host platform, and license within the caption. Because the art is openly licensed, anyone may reuse the art as long as they provide the same attribution to its original source. To maximize readability and content flow, some art does not include attribution in the text. If you reuse illustrations, graphs, or charts from this text that do not have attribution provided, use the following attribution. Copyright Rice University, OpenStax, under CC BY 4.0 license. Errata. All OpenStax textbooks undergo a rigorous review process. However, like any professional grade textbook, errors sometimes occur. Writing style guides and other contextual frameworks also change frequently. Since our books are web-based, we can make updates periodically when deemed pedagogically necessary. If you have a correction to suggest, submit it through the link on your book page on openstax.org. Subject matter experts review all errata suggestions. OpenStax is committed to remaining transparent about all updates, so you will also find a list of past errata changes on your book page on openstax.org. Format. You can access this textbook for free in WebView or PDF through openstax.org, and for a low cost in print. About Principles of Finance. Summary. Principles of Finance is targeted at the core finance course for undergraduate business majors. The book is designed for conceptual accessibility to students who are relatively early in their business curriculum, such as second-year students, yet it is also suitable for more advanced students. Due to the wide range of audiences and course approaches, the book is designed to be as flexible as possible. Its modular structure allows the introduction and review of content from prerequisite subjects in financial accounting, statistics, and economics, depending on student preparation. It provides a solid grounding in the core concepts of financial theory so that business students interested in a major or minor in finance will also be prepared for more rigorous upper-level courses. Concepts are further reinforced through applicable connections and practical calculation techniques for more detailed and realistic company scenarios from various industries. Pedagogical foundation. Principles of Finance emphasizes financial concepts relevant to people working in a variety of business functions. To illuminate the meaningful applications and implications of financial ideas, the book incorporates a unique use case approach, providing connections among topics, solutions, and real-world problems. This multifaceted framework drives the integration of concepts while maintaining a modular chapter structure. Theoretical and practical aspects are presented in a balanced manner, and select ethical considerations are introduced, particularly in the context of corporate governance. In order to create meaning for all students, Principles of Finance exposes them to a range of companies, industries, and scenarios reflecting different contexts. Examples of large companies such as Apple, Peloton, and American Airlines are balanced with small businesses, coffee shops, clothing stores, and salons that may be more aligned with student experiences. The text includes authentic narratives from corporate finance, small business, and personal finance to drive relevance and interest of the discipline. Profiles and interviews include diverse figures in finance, such as Carlos Slim, Irina Simmons, Janet Yellen, and Ben Bernanke. Problems and exercises have been carefully constructed to place students into a range of settings and contexts as they develop knowledge and put it into practice. Finally, to reflect very recent experiences, the authors have incorporated several discussions regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on people and businesses. Throughout, there is an emphasis on data use in business decision-making, with integrative sections on the importance and analysis of financial, economic, and statistical data. Data types include FRED, https://openstacks.org/r/FRED St. Louis Fed, registered economic data, company financial statements, and stock prices. Practical techniques and calculation examples for data analysis with financial calculators. The Texas Instruments BA2 Plus professional model is used as the basis for example illustrations, and/or spreadsheets are included for relevant topics. For key chapters, downloadable Microsoft Excel data files are available for student reference. This technical feature provides students with access to the Excel data files used in the chapter examples for time value of money, chapters 7, 8, 9, and statistics, chapters 14, 15, 16, problems. The downloadable files for the chapters covering financial forecasting and trade credit, 18 and 19, allow students to see how changing assumptions and variables impact financial decision-making. Chapters 13 and 14, statistical and regression analysis, respectively, also include brief sections about the R software, https://openstacks.org/r/r-software closing parenthesis package to promote further interest in trends in data science. Teaching plan options. Principles of Finance includes chapters on basic, applied, and integrative finance topics as well as key concepts from prerequisite financial accounting, quantitative methods, statistics, and economics courses. The chapters on prerequisite topics highlight examples relevant to finance students. For instructors with a limited one-semester schedule or whose students have solid knowledge of prerequisite disciplines, we recommend focusing on the core chapters, as indicated in the following table of contents. Table 1. 1. Introduction to Finance, Core. 2. Corporate Structure and Governance, Core. 3. Economic Foundations, Money and Rates, Extension. 4. Accrual Accounting Process, Extension. 5. Financial Statements, Core. 6. Measures of Financial Health, Core. 7. Time Value of Money 1. Single Payment Value, Core. 8. Time Value of Money 2. Equal Multiple Payments, Core. 9. Time Value of Money 3. Unequal Multiple Payment Values, Core. 10. Bonds and Bond Valuation, Core. 11. Stocks and Stock Valuation, Core. 12. Historical Performance of U.S. Markets, Core. 13. Statistical Analysis in Finance, Extension. 14. Regression Analysis in Finance, Extension. 15. How to Think About Investing, Core. 16. How Companies Think About Investing, Core. 17. How Firms Raise Capital, Core. 18. Financial Forecasting, Core. 19. The Importance of Trade Credit and Working Capital in Planning, Extension. 20. Risk Management and the Financial Manager, Extension. Although chapters are written to be independent, they do generally build on the understanding in the previous core chapters. Please bear this in mind when considering alternate sequences. Key features to drive understanding. 1. Concepts in Practice presents examples of financial challenges, managerial decisions, and the range of accepted business practice in companies and industries. 2. Think It Through guides students through the process of applying the concepts in the chapter to analyzing and interpreting data. 3. Link to Learning introduces students to online resources, further reading, data sources, or videos that are pertinent to students' exploration of the topic at hand. Organizational and reinforcement materials to support learning. 1. Learning outcomes. Every section begins with a set of clear and concise learning outcomes, LOs. These outcomes are designed to help the instructor decide what content to include or assign and to guide students on what they can expect to learn. 2. Why it matters. Chapter opening examples include real-world topics from corporate finance, small business, and personal finance to explain the relevance and interest of the topic for students. 3. CFA Institute. For certain chapters, a topical connection to the Learning Outcome Statements, LOS, for the Level 1 study sessions, https://openstacks.org/r/level1-study-session of the CFA Institute's professional curriculum is indicated at the end of the chapter. 4. Summaries. Designed to support both students and instructors, chapter summaries distill the information in each section down to key, concise points. 5. Key terms. Key terms are bold and are followed by an explanation in context. Definitions of key terms are also listed in a glossary that appears at the end of each module online and at the end of each chapter in print. 6. Assessments. A mix of multiple choice questions, short answer review questions, and quantitative problems is provided, depending on topic, providing opportunities for students to recall, discuss, and examine the concepts learned in each chapter. 6.1. Multiple choice questions are basic review questions that test comprehension. 6.2. Short answer questions are brief open response questions that allow the application of concepts or critical thinking. 6.3. Quantitative problems range from single variable to multi-step or multivariable calculations, depending on the difficulty and application level of the chapter. 6.4. Sample answers and solutions are provided as part of the instructor resources. 7. Video activity. This optional interactive activity at the end of every chapter provides reflection questions for students to apply to 2 online YouTube videos that offer a variety of corporate, economic, government, and skills-based examples and perspectives. About the authors. Senior contributing authors. Julie Dahlquist, Texas Christian University. Dr. Dahlquist is a professor of professional practice in the finance department of the Neely School of Business at Texas Christian University. She holds a Ph.D. from Texas A&M University, an M.A. from St. Mary's University, a B.B.A. from the University of Louisiana at Monroe, and a Chartered Market Technician, CMT, designation. Previously, she served on the finance faculties of the University of Texas at San Antonio and St. Mary's University. She has extensive international experience teaching finance to undergraduate, graduate, and executive MBA students in programs in Mexico, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Belgium, Greece, and South Korea. Dr. Dahlquist is president of the Technical Analysis Educational Foundation, TAEF, which works with universities to include technical analysis as an integral part of their finance curricula. She has CO-authored Technical Analysis, the complete resource for financial market technicians, with Charles Kirkpatrick, 3rd edition, featuring Press, 2015, and has contributed to many other scholarly publications. Her research has appeared in Financial Analyst's Journal, Managerial Finance, Applied Economics, Working Money, Financial Practices and Education, and the Journal of Financial Education. Dr. Dahlquist has served as editor of the Journal of Technical Analysis, a member of the editorial board of the Southwestern Business Administration Journal, and a reviewer for several other journals. Reinford Knight, Florida Atlantic University. Dr. Knight is adjunct faculty in the finance department of the College of Business at Florida Atlantic University and the director of its Financial Analyst program, which he founded in partnership with Bloomberg in 2011. He holds a BBA, an MBA, and a PhD in finance from Florida Atlantic University. Dr. Knight is a member of the CFA Institute and a former director of the CFA Society of South Florida. He has extensive experience teaching finance at the undergraduate, graduate, and executive levels. Previously, he served on the finance faculty of Fairleigh Dickinson University. Dr. Knight has CO-authored articles on corporate sustainability, cost-benefit analyses, mutual fund returns, and CEO compensation. He also has significant private industry experience in corporate finance, investment management, and hedge funds. He has been an advisor to CEOs of small to mid-size companies on a variety of issues, including restructurings, valuation, financing, and acquisitions. Internationally, he was part of the consulting team advising a sovereign government on the restructuring of its financial sector and has also made presentations regarding financial sector restructuring to central banks in Latin America. Since 2021, Dr. Knight has been CEO and co-founder of Transparency Invest, which supports accountability in organizations. Contributing authors: Alan S. Adams, Dean College; Curtis J. Bacon, Southern Oregon University; Samantha T. Cooper, Buena Vista University; Michael P. Griffin, University of Massachusetts Dartmouth; Kevin C. Higgins, Maryville University; Larry Mussolino, Pennsylvania State University. Reviewers: Curtis J. Bacon, Southern Oregon University; John Paul Broussard, Rutgers University; Jeffrey M. Brown, Johnson University; Raul S. Kansanji, Salem State University; Aaron Cook, Pennsylvania State University; Samantha T. Cooper, Buena Vista University; Ramon P. De Janeiro, University of Tennessee; Francis H. Dong, formerly of the Catholic University of America; Wayne Durr, Western New England University; Fernando Garcia, California State University; Lene Harris, Utah State University; Kevin C. Higgins, Maryville University; Samira Hussein, Johnson County Community College; Gia L. Jane, University of Maryland Global Campus; Robert Joskowski, Eckerd College; Kristen Burke Martin, Franklin University; Michael McDonald, Fairfield University; Harini Middle, Bronx Community College, City University of New York; Andrew Jason Novak, Southern New Hampshire University; Daniel E. Rem, Pitt Community College; Sanjay Sharma, Columbia University; Dennis C. Shea, Upper Iowa University; Jerry Smith, Southern New Hampshire University; T. Kun Tan, University of the District of Columbia; Wilson Zaire, Eastern Oregon University. Additional resources: we've compiled additional resources for instructors, including PowerPoint lecture slides, an instructor's manual, a test bank, and a solution guide. Instructor resources require a verified instructor account, which you can apply for when you log in or create your account on openstacks.org. Instructor resources are typically available within a few months after the book's initial publication. Take advantage of these resources to supplement your OpenStax book. Community Hubs. OpenStax partners with the Institute for the Study of Knowledge Management in Education, ISKME, to offer community hubs on OER Commons, a platform for instructors to share community-created resources that support OpenStax books, free of charge. Through our community hubs, instructors can upload their own materials or download resources to use in their own courses, including additional ancillaries, teaching material, multimedia, and relevant course content. We encourage instructors to join the hubs for the subjects most relevant to your teaching and research as an opportunity both to enrich your courses and to engage with other faculty. To reach the community hubs, visit www.oercommons.org/hubs/OpenStax. Technology partners. As allies in making high-quality learning materials accessible, our technology partners offer optional low-cost tools that are integrated with OpenStax books. To access the technology options for your text, visit your book page on openstacks.org.